Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having an incredible day. A common question that I was getting over and over in multiple comment sections, I guess is more of a what if kind of scenario thing. People were asking me, what would I do if I had $1 million? So here I am to talk about exactly what I would do if I had $1 million. And I guess more so the scenario is if you're walking down the street and a briefcase falls from the sky and it has $1 million inside of it, what would you do with that money in that one moment? I think the first thing I would do, and I made like a little list of like from the less risky to like what I would do if I was completely insane. So bear with me. Immediately, the first thing I would do, as I'm a risky investor, but I'm still also a realistic investor. Yeah. I would put 400,000 into 5 studio apartments, around 80,000 each. 400,000. I would buy specifically myself in Paris, or no, probably in Paris. Probably directly in Paris. Studios are a very big thing right now, and they're only going to start picking up. And this would also get me roughly around a good 2,500 euros a month in rental income from the actual studios, the 5 studios buying, because roughly around 80,000 per flat would get you around a good 550 per month in rent, which is still absolutely incredible, let me tell you. I put another 200K into a rental vacation property. And I would probably say it would be in Barcelona, or for those of you who don't know, directly next to Barcelona is a city called Badalona. And property prices fall rather quick, while rental prices don't really drop much at all, because it's kind of like walking from this street across the street to where you live. And most tourists don't really know the difference. So you could buy a pretty nice place in Barcelona for around 200,000, which is what I would put into a place in Barcelona. But you can get an even bigger place in Badalona for the same exact amount, maybe even closer to the actual beach. Same exact rental amount when it comes to like Airbnb and stuff like that. I also thought about putting the 200,000 into a place in, there's an area called Beausoleil. For those of you who've never heard of it, once again, you've heard of Monaco or Monte Carlo. Directly across the street from Monaco is a city called Beausoleil. Once again, when it comes to like renting out to tourists and stuff like that, there's a major difference in the prices of Monaco to Beausoleil. However, you still get the benefit of walking across the street and then you're in Monaco, but you pay a lot less for property. Property prices there are pretty nice, I'll say. And for 200,000, you can get a pretty okay sized place that you'd also be able to go to in the summer or in the winter if you want warmer climates. And then when you're not there, just rent out through a rental agency, which would probably get you anywhere from 800 to around 1,100 per month, which then also increases the money that I'm getting per month to 3,300, around 3,600 in rental income. So that's already 600,000 spent from the million. I'd put 100,000 into art immediately. I think there's no question about that. I know exactly which artist I would buy. I know exactly what. I don't have it around here. I have a book that has all the art that I plan on buying and have to buy. It looks a little crazy. If I can ever find it for you, I may show you it one day. It looks a bit insane, because I'm constantly buying art and then striking off what I've bought, but I've also accelerated the buying and writing down as well. 100,000, for those of you who don't know, typically within the art world, if you buy the right artist, you are looking at anywhere from a 19% return per year, not a fake number. And sometimes if you buy the right artist, you're looking at anywhere between a 50 to 100% return per year. A lot of times when you buy art as well, there's usually an immediate 100% return. Depends on the artist, especially if there's like a limited edition and stuff like that. So the 100,000, if nothing more, over the course of a year would have become 119,000, which is once again a complete no-brainer. But also, if you buy the right artist within about a good 2, 3, 4, 5 year period, that 100,000 is around $500,000. So no brainer, completely. I've thought about this a couple times. I would definitely 100,000 completely immediately into art over the course of, I want to say roughly around 5 to 7 different artists who I would definitely buy. I mean, I keep my portfolio thus far in like blue chip artists. Anyway, so like the very well known ones. Yeah, easily 100,000. I would put, this should surprise not many of you, 100,000, 150,000 immediately into cryptocurrencies. That is my own personal thing. That's how I invest my money. I think I would portion it out between, I was going to say 30, 30, 30, as in 30%, 30%, 30%, but that's, I think that's a lie. I would do somewhere around the lines of, once again, this is my money. I do somewhere around 100,000 into Bitcoin. The other 50,000, I think would have to be a 50-50 allocation between Ether and XRP. And even then, I kind of want to go 20%, 20%, or 33, 33. And then for the fourth coin, I have no idea what I would honestly choose. Once again, not financial, or rather for the first time, not financial advice. I don't know what the third one would be. I won't even get into that in this video. That's a completely different topic. The point is 150K into crypto. Easily, the returns on crypto, at least from what I've seen during my experience of investing, have been absolutely phenomenal. So why not take, I mean, if the money fell from the sky and I had zero before, why not take a chance? I'd put 50,000 into dividend stocks, just as like a kind of why not. When I was younger, I used to like the idea of having like $1 million in stocks that paid out like 6% dividends. So you're getting 60,000 per year from the dividends. So I guess I wouldn't mind putting 50,000 if I had found $1 million on the street into really big name brands to see where they kind of go over the course of the 10 years. Kind of like a why not. And then the last 100,000, I would keep in savings. I think once again, if you've seen my other videos, I think saving money in general is very important. Having a savings account, having a stash of money that can be used at some other time that is savings is very important. And also a lot of times I get into the situation where I find new investments that I want to invest in, and you have to have the money in your account to be able to do so. So that's what I would do with the last 100,000. That's the whole million. If I was being risky, so all that stuff was the less risky. Those were like the logical investments in my head as far as keeping the money safe and having it grow anywhere from 10 to 19 to 20 something percent per year. Risky? So you have to understand, as an investor, this was very difficult for me to actually do. Or rather, from my brain, this was difficult for me to do. I'm used to being very calculated. I spread out the money. You see, like I put the money into like 8 different things. If I was to be risky, I didn't know what to put. I'd put 300,000 into Bitcoin because that seems risky. I would put 300,000 into a flat in London and 300,000 into a flat in Paris, simply because I like living between London and Paris. So traveling between London and Paris at all times would be nice. And also when I'm in another place, I could just simply rent out the other property when I'm not there. What's a risky investment? Like I don't think I can, the last 100,000 I would put in a new business that sold cars or bread. I think my brain has a block when it comes to what constitutes an actual risky investment, simply because my brain won't let me do it. What would you invest in? What's a risky investment? You can say like penny stocks are kind of risky. If you put like 300,000 into them, if they go down to zero. Bank stocks are usually kind of risky. The airline industry right now is kind of risky. I don't know. What would you do? I remember watching a video before. This was a couple of years ago. It was about people who had like won the lotto. And there was a guy, bless his heart, he took a huge portion of his money and created like a wrestling company. And part of the thing was like, it was like women wrestling in pudding. while a great idea, I think he went broke like a couple of months later. So not the, yeah, but that also just sounds ridiculous. Like if I found $1 million, I don't think I'd put it into women wrestling in Jello. I think even buying a £1 million flat in London, while also risky on some level, is still not as risky as Jello women. Anyway, yeah, I kept on getting this question: how would you invest $1 million? And I guess that's my truthful answer. That's almost exactly to a T what I would do. Everything, the 5 studios, the rental property in either Spain or at the edge of France. 100,000 into art, 150,000 into crypto, 50,000 into dividend stocks, and 100,000 into savings. No gold, no silver, nothing along those lines. Yeah, and I'm at the end of that, I'm making at least, what is that, 3,000 something a month without really trying. Why not? Of course, I'm going to ask all of you the same exact question. What would you do? I like it. I find it fascinating when people tell me what their answers are, exactly what they would do, because sometimes I read some stuff and I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, good luck with that. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope I answered your question adequately enough. If you have any other weird, wacky questions that you would like me to answer, ask me them. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening. Maybe listening. And I'll talk to you all soon.